want to talk to you about life. It's just too difficult to be alive, isn't it? And try to function. There are all these people to deal with. I tried to buy a can of tuna fish at the supermarket, and there was this person standing right in front of where I wanted to reach out and get the tuna fish. And I waited a while, see if they'd move. And they didn't. They were looking at tuna fish too, but they were taking a real long time, reading the ingredients on each can like they were a book. A pretty boring book if you ask me, but nobody has. And so I waited a long while. And they didn't move. And I couldn't get to the tuna fish. And I thought about asking them to move. But they seemed so stupid not to have sensed that I needed to get around them that I thought, that I had this awful fear that it would do no good at all to ask them. And they'd say something like, we'll move when we're goddamn ready, you nagging bitch. And then what would I do? So then I started to cry, out of frustration, quietly, so as not to disturb anyone. Even though I was softly sobbing, this stupid person didn't grasp that I needed to get by them. And I reached over with my fist and I brought it down real hard on his head and said, you would you kindly move, asshole! And he fell to the ground and looked totally startled, and some child nearby started to cry, and I was still crying. And I couldn't imagine making use of the tuna fish can now anyways, and so I shouted at the kid to stop crying! And I ran out of the supermarket, and I thought, I'll take a taxi to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I need to be surrounded by culture right now, not tuna fish.
All right, cut.